Could you believe the season is coming to well, it is. The second season's here. Fred Ang is joining us in studio. We were just talking about that.
Does that mean I'm in the second season?
No, it means the second season's here. We're going home, going back.
Yeah, but I'm going back where it's warm.
I know. You always stay where it's warm.
You snowbirds.
Right.
Yeah. So now you go back to Florida, right?
West Palm.
West Palm.
Yep.
Very nice, and we're glad to have you down here now. So good morning,
thanks.
Fred. What? Now this is interesting. You wrote a song.
Yeah, let me give you
I want to
a
hear
little
about
background.
This. Sure.
So Big Al and I are over listening to Darren's son, Zach,
Hot sauce
which
sandwich.
is in Hot Sauce Sandwich.
Sure.
By the way, aren't they great?
They are very good.
I mean,
man.
it's unbelievable to think that these kids were in high school.
Yeah.
And now they're like 20 years old. And if you ever heard groups that you said, those kids are going to make it, I mean, they're unbelievable. But anyway,
Well,
as you know, that Darren and Bob are my, what are they? Son and son-in-law.
What are they?
What are they?
What are they not? is a better
You hear that,
question,
Bob?
yeah.
Anyway.
Bob knows.
Anyway, so we're there talking, and Big Al and I are having a couple beers and whatnot, and I said, I used to play in a band. And so it's generation after generation. I said I wrote a song. Actually, I wrote 6 of them. When Sammy died, I wrote one for him. And then I said, hey, I've got all these granddaughters, so I'm going to write one for each one of them. So then I wrote one and just did an instrumental. And I'm in Dominica. Now, you were in St. Martin, so you know where Dominica is, and they're in the Caribbean. And I'm standing in line at a music festival that they have all kinds of music festivals. And there's guys in front of me from Florida, and I got talking, and I said, I've just written this song, and I'd love to be able to get it recorded. You know anybody? And he said, let me tell you the best place to go. He says there's a college there called Florida Memorial College, and they've got great music students. So I come back, I contact somebody down there, and I go down and hear these kids that are just a little bit older, maybe the same age as Zach and Hot Sauce Sandwich kids. And they blew me away because I gave them the recording, the whole thing. You'll hear it in a second.
Okay, you want me to start playing this? You said,
Yeah, and
okay.
as you play it, then I'll tell you a little bit about who's doing it.
Okay. And you wrote this.
Yeah. So here's the first part of the thing. I go in and the kid's got this steel pan, as they call him in
Sure.
Trinidad. He's playing the steel pan, and I'm thinking, man, this kid is really good. And so, like I was saying, I did it and I stood in a line and heard all of the different bands that were in Dominica, and I said, could it be this kind of sound? Could we get that Caribbean feel to it? So this first kid is playing the pan. He's probably about 18 years old. And then all of a sudden I said, all right, now we've got to get the rest of the group that would come in. So I contact Darren and Bob. This Darren's coming up now. So as you can tell, Darren probably is putting a lot of, this is Alex's daughter that I wrote the song for. And they're actually lyrics. I had a girl that sang the lyrics, and I said, now I'm going to just do a version of the instrumental and the lyrics.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Good. And so Darren does his bit, and then all of a sudden, the next one you're going to like. I think it's the next one where Bob comes in. And I said, Bob, you got to do a part in this. He said, well, I can't play the bass. Nobody's going to hear that. I said, but, you play the harmonica. So in a minute, you'll hear it. But the kid right now, listen to this kid on the keyboard. He's the one that arranged all this stuff. So do you have that real neat Caribbean feel? I told Al he doesn't remember.
Yeah, no, I remember all that. I told you to save it because you wanted to hear it for the first time here.
No, I said, here's what you guys are going to do. When I leave, you're going to have this. This is going to be your theme song every morning.
Our theme song.
Your theme song for.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
That's great.
I said because the Bulldog came from St. Martin, he understands all this kind of music and whatnot. But it's so neat how you get that feel of the tin pan.
Yeah. No, I knew a big-time tin pan player.
I listen to this. Bob has probably never picked up a harmonica in 10 years. Listen to what he does on this. Now, what you're about to hear is amazing. I'm sitting in Ireland, girl sitting next to me with a fiddle in her hand. And I said, what are you doing here? And she said, just in Ireland, traveling around. And I said, well, why do you have your fiddle and violin, the whole deal? She said, because I like to sit in with bands. I said, you're going to sit in with them? She said, yeah, watch. She goes up, sits in. It's just fantastic. She's probably 20 years old.
And she's next.
That's her,
right
playing
here.
the violin. She came back, and I said, I'm going to send you the tape. You do the recording in the studio in Minneapolis. She sent it, and that was it.
So you had all these people recording and
Yeah, this kid playing the sax now. I think he was 17.
This is awesome.
This is great.
Great, man.
Listen to the end of it. To that note. This is the best solo Darren's ever done. Listen to this. This one little thing is coming up. This is where they kind of almost talking to each other. Right here.
You're listening to Ocean 98.
Yeah, so that
The
was
Jazz Cafe on Ocean 98.
You
That's
know what,
great.
Fred? That is great.
Yes.
And this just came to you just like in that one standing in line at the at that one festival.
You never know what's going to happen. You're standing there, and I just, like I say, I was just talking to the guy, and I said, where can I ever get some musicians? You would never think that these kids are. The sax player was 17. He was a freshman at the college, just started.
I thought that was Kenny G.
Yeah,
I mean-
I did, when he started playing, I said, "You got to be kidding me!"
Yeah.
And so, and you know what, the steel pan.
Yeah.
What's so amazing? Those kids, 3 of them are from Trinidad, and when they came, I said, to do the recording, I asked the kid in the steel pan. I said, "Why is it in Trinidad that so many, guys play a steel pan?" He said, "It's kind of like you have Little League baseball here. Everybody plays Little League. In Trinidad, every kid starts out probably about 6 years old. They have a little steel pan, and they all play in these big park areas, and they have big bands with maybe 30 or 40 steel pans. And so you get that kind of music.
Why? What's the reason?
It's probably like, in Jamaica, runners.
Yeah.
Trinidad, you got steel pan players.
I
And
think
why?
I think it has to do with, and I'm not sure, but I think it has to do with the fact that they have the barrels there because they do oil,
Well,
and I think they cut those things in there, and that's how they
Oh,
make
absolutely.
their own. And I think that's why
you're
that's how they all
absolutely
got
right,
into it.
because the oil is their big business.
Yeah. So
But
that-
do
they
you
have-
know that the steel pan is the only instrument that has not been made in the United States? So
No,
they
I
can make
didn't.
it. Yeah, they started out making that.
Oh yeah. Have you ever watched them make it?
No,
This guy that I knew, the Mighty Dow, he's a guy in St. Martin. He used to make them, and watching them, you talk about an art form to take a I don't know what is it, an oil drum,
Yeah, oil drum.
and to
55-gallon drum.
turn that thing into a steel pan. It's amazing what they do.
but do you ever see they have the whole thing? It's just like a piano or whatnot. and they
Oh
got
yeah, it's all
notes.
different.
Well, it has the
notes,
notes on there,
Yeah,
and you're saying, how do you know?
yeah. It's
Kevin,
amazing.
Like anything else?
A friend of
that
mine
they-
from the Geckos, remember them from
Sure.
back in the day?
Oh,
Kevin
yeah.
went to Trinidad to build. They played the Lobster Shanty every Wednesday all summer. People were up there seeing him, but he will make starter drums for people where he'll label right B D and as he beats the notes up, so as you can read along with the music and play. And then once you get good enough, I guess they erase the letters off the drum.
Yeah,
But-
when it's
Yeah, but
like-
but each part of it has the way they curve it
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything.
Right,
It's pretty
right.
amazing.
Yeah.
We're gonna play our theme song. Is our new theme song for the Rude Awakening show. Now, can people buy this? or not?
No.
No.
I mean,
No?
you could order and I'll send it to you.
Okay. How do they order it?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a bunch of emails. Please send me that free copy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But they could send me an email if they wanted. I'll give them my email address.
Good.
I don't care. It's F as in Fred. It's ENGH at NAYS. That's as in Nancy, Adam, Young, Sam.org. And
And what's that stand for?
that's a National Alliance for Youth Sport, which is a whole other issue.
Yeah.
That's a whole other. Yeah.
To keep this going, I'm going to go downstairs and get us some pain in the asses.
Go ahead. Couple drinks.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got the okay to whenever we wanted from the big boss.
We did
remember?
get the okay yesterday.
Yes,
yeah.
we did. Make it a floater.
I like it. The
I'd
name
love
of
to
the
see that.
song is
Alex.
Alex.
For
Let's
Alex.
Let's let this take us right into our next break.
All right.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
Fred.
you, Fred. Appreciate it.
That's awesome. What a great story behind
Oh,
this
yeah.
song. Very cool song. Fred Ang. Guy does everything, doesn't he?
I'm so glad you enjoyed it
Why?
because I was on the hook.
Oh,
Homegirl
this
said
was.
this is up to you. You sink or someone your own.
Oh, you're
I said
swimming.
Fred Ang stands alone. I don't need any help with this. Stands alone. I don't need any help with this. Stands alone.